What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Nerd Talk, and today we are diving into one of the most incredible countries on the entire planet. I'm talking about Japan, a place where the future and the past collide in the most insane ways possible. We've spent weeks digging up the absolute wildest, most surprising facts about Japan that I guarantee you've never heard before. I'm telling you, some of this stuff sounds like it's from a science fiction movie, but it's 100% real. And it happens there every single day. You might think you know Japan because of anime or video games, but you have no idea what you're about to see. I'm so excited to share this with you guys because every single one of these facts is more unbelievable than the last. We're going to cover everything from their crazy vending machines that sell literally anything you can imagine, to trains that are faster than a supercar, and even some social rules that will completely blow your mind. This isn't just a list. It's a journey into a culture that is so unique and fascinating. It's almost like visiting another world. I personally went down a rabbit hole for hours researching this, and my mind is still reeling from some of these discoveries. And you absolutely have to stick around until the very end of this video. I'm not kidding. I've saved the most mind-blowing, jaw-dropping fact for last. If you click off early, you are going to miss the one thing that will completely change how you see Japan. I promise you, it is worth the wait. In fact, the first person to comment the secret keyword I hide in the last chapter gets pinned. All right, are you ready? Let's do this. Okay, first up, let's talk about something you see on literally every corner in Japan: vending machines. Now, you might be thinking, big deal, we have those here. No, you don't understand. In Japan, there are over 5 million vending machines. That is the most per person of any country in the world. It's an insane number. You can walk down a quiet residential street in the middle of nowhere and find a row of glowing machines ready to serve you 24/7. It's not just a convenience, it's a fundamental part of daily life there. They don't just sell soda and chips either. That's for amateurs. These machines sell everything. I'm talking hot coffee in a can, hot soup, fresh eggs, bags of rice, umbrellas for when it suddenly starts raining, neckties for a business meeting, and even live lobsters. I am not making that up. You can literally win a live lobster from a claw machine-style vending machine. The variety is absolutely staggering, and it shows how much Japanese culture values convenience and automation. It's like the entire country is a giant, automated convenience store. The reason they have so many is a combination of a few things: a low crime rate, a high population density, and a love for technology and efficiency. People trust that the machines won't be vandalized, so companies are willing to put them anywhere. Can you imagine seeing a vending machine full of expensive electronics just sitting on a sidewalk in your city? In Japan, that's completely normal. It's a level of societal trust and technological integration that is just on a whole different level from what we're used to. It's wild. Next, we need to talk about how people get around in Japan, because they do it in style. I'm talking about the Shinkansen, also known as the bullet train. This isn't your average train ride. These things are technological marvels that zip across the country at speeds of up to 320 kilometers per hour or 200 miles per hour. To put that in perspective, that's faster than many sports cars at top speed. You can get from Tokyo to Osaka, a distance of over 500 kilometers, in just 2.5 hours. It's ridiculously fast. But the speed isn't even the most impressive part. It's the punctuality. The Shinkansen is famous for being almost perfectly on time. The average delay over an entire year is less than a minute. Let me say that again, less than a minute. If a train is delayed for even just 5 minutes, the conductor will often go through the train and personally apologize to every single passenger. Can you imagine that happening on your local public transit? It's a level of precision and customer service that is absolutely unheard of anywhere else in the world. And on top of all that, they are incredibly safe and comfortable. In over 50 years of operation, carrying billions of passengers, there has not been a single fatality due to a derailment or collision. The seats are spacious, they recline, and the ride is so smooth you could balance a coin on its edge while traveling at 200 miles per hour. The windows are huge, offering panoramic views of the Japanese countryside. Riding the Shinkansen is not just a way to get from point A to B, It's an experience in itself and a symbol of Japan's incredible engineering power. Imagine an entire country of 125 million people collectively pausing to go look at flowers. It sounds crazy, but every spring, that's exactly what happens in Japan during Sakura, or cherry blossom season. This isn't just a small festival. It's a massive cultural event that sweeps the nation. For a few precious weeks, cherry trees all over the country explode in beautiful shades of pink and white, and it is one of the most breathtaking sights you will ever see. The news even has a blossom forecast to track the wave of blooming flowers as it moves from the south to the north of Japan. This tradition is called Hanami, which literally means flower viewing. But it's so much more than that. Friends, families, and co-workers gather under the blooming sakura trees to have picnics, drink sake, and celebrate. Some people will go to parks early in the morning to reserve the best spots under the trees with blue tarps. At night, many parks light up the trees, creating a magical atmosphere called Yozakura, or Night Sakura. It's a national obsession, and for that short period, the cherry blossoms are the most important thing in the country. The beauty of the sakura is deeply tied to Japanese philosophy. The blossoms are stunningly beautiful, but they are also fleeting, lasting only a week or two before the petals fall like snow. This symbolizes the concept of mono no aware, a gentle sadness for the transience of life and the beauty of impermanence. It's a reminder to appreciate the beautiful moments while they last, because nothing is permanent. It's an incredibly poetic and profound cultural tradition that is just as beautiful as the flowers themselves. All right, so you've traveled across Japan on a bullet train. You've seen the cherry blossoms. Now where do you sleep? How about in a spaceship? Well, almost. I'm talking about one of Japan's most famous and futuristic inventions, the capsule hotel. Instead of a full-sized room, you rent a small, bed-sized pod stacked in rows, 2 units high. It looks like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, like the sleeping quarters on a starship or a futuristic beehive for humans. It's a truly unique and surreal experience. These pods were originally designed for businessmen who missed the last train home and just needed a cheap, no-frills place to crash for the night. But they've become incredibly popular with budget travelers and curious tourists. Inside your little capsule, you usually get more than you'd expect. A comfortable mattress, a pillow, a light, air conditioning, power outlets, and even a small TV. You store your luggage in a locker, and there are communal bathrooms, showers, and sometimes even saunas and lounges. It might sound claustrophobic, but they are surprisingly cozy and private once you pull down the screen or curtain. It's the ultimate expression of using space efficiently in a country where space is extremely limited and expensive, especially in massive cities like Tokyo. It's a brilliant solution to a very real problem. So if you ever go to Japan and want to save some money while having a story to tell for the rest of your life, you have to try sleeping in one of these futuristic pods. Everyone knows what a Kit Kat is, right? It's that classic chocolate-covered wafer. It's simple, it's delicious. But in Japan, the Kit Kat is not just a candy bar, it's a cultural phenomenon. They have taken the simple Kit Kat and turned it into an art form. Forget just milk chocolate, dark or white. In Japan, there are over 300, and I mean 300, different limited edition and regional flavors of Kit Kats. It is absolutely insane. This is a level of dedication to a candy bar that exists nowhere else. The flavors are things you literally cannot imagine. I'm talking about wasabi flavor, soy sauce flavor, sweet potato, sake, cherry blossom, and even baked potato with butter flavor. I'm not making this up. Each region of Japan often has its own special flavor that you can only buy there, using local ingredients. For example, in Hokkaido, you might find melon-flavored Kit Kats, and in Kyoto, you'll find uji matcha green tea flavor. They become souvenirs and collector's items. People literally travel to different parts of Japan just to collect the different Kit Kat flavors. The reason for this explosion of creativity is fascinating. The name Kit Kat sounds very similar to the Japanese phrase kiddo katsu, which means you will surely win. Because of this lucky coincidence, Kit Kats became a popular good luck gift for students before their exams. Nestle Japan leaned into this, creating endless varieties to keep the excitement going. It's a genius marketing move that transformed a simple candy into a symbol of Japanese culture, creativity, and regional pride. One of the most mind-bending things about Japan is the way it perfectly blends the ancient with the ultra-modern. You can be walking down a street in Tokyo surrounded by giant skyscrapers with massive LED screens, futuristic architecture, and bullet trains whizzing by. It feels like you've been transported 100 years into the future. It's a city that defines cutting edge. The technology, the fashion, the sheer scale of everything is just on another level. It's a dazzling spectacle of human achievement. But then you can turn a corner, walk down a small side street, and suddenly you're in a completely different world. You'll find yourself standing in front of a serene 1,000-year-old Buddhist temple or a quiet Shinto shrine. The air becomes calm. You can hear the sound of wind chimes, and you see people praying and performing ancient rituals that have been passed down for generations. It's a moment of pure tranquility and history, literally existing in the shadow of a neon-lit metropolis. This contrast is everywhere in Japan, and it's not a conflict, it's a harmony. Japanese culture has this incredible ability to embrace new technology and innovation at a breathtaking pace, without letting go of its deep respect for tradition, history, and nature. You'll see a woman in a traditional kimono texting on the latest iPhone, or a centuries-old festival taking place against a backdrop of modern skyscrapers. This seamless fusion of past and future is what makes Japan one of the most dynamic and fascinating places on Earth. Okay, this is it. The last, and in my opinion, most important fact about Japan. It's not about technology or food, it's about the people and the culture. The foundation of Japanese society is built on a deep, deep respect for politeness, etiquette, and harmony. It's something you feel the moment you arrive. There are countless social rules, both spoken and unspoken, that govern daily interactions, and they are taken very, very seriously. The secret keyword is harmony, by the way. Comment it down below. Bowing, for example, is not just a greeting, it's a complex language. The depth of the bow, the duration, it all communicates different levels of respect, apology, or gratitude. Tipping is considered rude, as good service is expected to be standard, not something you pay extra for. Being loud on public transportation is a huge no-no. Trains are often library quiet. Even exchanging a business card is a formal ritual with its own set of rules. It's all part of a collective effort to maintain social harmony and show consideration for others. This focus on politeness creates an incredibly safe, clean, and pleasant society. People queue in orderly lines for everything. If you lose your wallet, there's an astonishingly high chance it will be turned into the police with all the money still inside. This isn't just about being nice. It's a core cultural value called omotenashi, which is about heartfelt, selfless hospitality and anticipating the needs of others without expecting anything in return. It's this invisible social fabric of respect that is truly the most mind-blowing and impressive thing about Japan. And that's a wrap. From vending machines that sell live lobsters to trains that are basically land rockets and a candy bar with hundreds of flavors, Japan is just on another level. I honestly feel like we've only scratched the surface of all the insane and wonderful things about this country. Every single fact we talked about today just highlights how unique and fascinating Japanese culture is. I really hope this gave you a new appreciation for this incredible place and maybe even inspired you to see it for yourself one day. It's definitely on my list of places I need to visit. Now I have to ask you guys, which of these facts completely blew your mind? Was it the punctuality of the bullet trains, the capsule hotels, or maybe the wasabi-flavored Kit Kats? Let me know your absolute favorite fact in the comments down below. And if you've ever been to Japan or know another crazy fact that we missed, please share your stories. I'm going to be reading through all the comments because I genuinely love hearing from you and learning more about this stuff. Your insights are what make this community so awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today and watching all the way to the end. If you had fun and want to see more videos where we explore the most incredible things from around the world, do me a huge favor and destroy that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. We have so much more insane content planned that you are not going to want to miss. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.